Fever versus Mercury prediction. Odds, spread line, 2024, but picks, Caitlin Clark best bets for August 16. Sportsline's Calvin Wetzel has identified two best bets for Friday's Mercury versus Fever game featuring Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark and the Indiana Fever return from their Olympic break when they host the Phoenix Mercury on Friday at Gainbridge Fieldhouse in Indianapolis. The Fever, 11-15, enter the game in 7th place in the win standings, just percentage points ahead of the 8th place Chicago Sky, 10-14. The top 8 teams at the conclusion of the regular season on September 19 will qualify for the playoffs. Meanwhile, the Mercury, 13-12, exit the break in 6th place in the standings, 2.5 games ahead of Indiana. Phoenix will be playing the second half of a back-to-back after Thursday's game at Chicago. Tip-off is set for 7:30 p.m. at Indiana is a 4-point favorite in the latest Fever versus Mercury odds, while the over/under is 174.5. Before you lock in a Mercury versus Fever picks or Wampa predictions, you need to see what Sportsline's Calvin Wetzel has to say. Wetzel, herhoopstats.com's lead betting writer, incorporates his mathematical background and strong knowledge of women's hoops to turn the site's prediction model into picks. After teaming up with Aaron Barzilai, a fifth from Stanford, Wetzel is an incredible 1,385 to 988, plus 372.33 units on women's college basketball picks since the start of the 2021-22 season. He's also coming off a great 2023 season with a 238 to 185 1 overall record that featured a return on investment of nearly 7%. Anyone following him has seen huge returns. Now Wetzel has broken down Fever versus Mercury from every angle and just revealed his picks and predictions. You can visit Sportsline now to see his picks. Here are the lines and trends for Mercury versus Fever. Asterisk Fever versus Mercury spread. Indiana -4, asterisk Fever versus Mercury over/under 174.5 points, asterisk Fever versus Mercury moneyline. Indiana -170, Phoenix plus 143, asterisk and Caitlin Clark leads the Wampa in assists per game, 8.2, asterisk Poe. Collie Copper ranks second in the league in scoring, 23.2 points per game, asterisk Fever versus Mercury picks. See picks at Sportsline. Why the Fever can cover. Clark entered the Olympic break on a roll. Over her last 9 regular season games, the rookie superstar averaged 11.9 assists per game, including 12 and 13 in 2 games against the Mercury at a Wampa record 19 in her final game before the break. She leads the league in assists per game, 8.2. In addition, Clark and Indiana have the Mercury's number this season. The Fever have won both meetings against Phoenix this year. On June 30, Indiana beat the Mercury, 88-82 in Phoenix. Less than 2 weeks later, the Fever knocked off the Mercury, 95-86 in Indianapolis. See picks at Sportsline. Why the Mercury can cover. Phoenix has one of the best scorers in the league in Collie Copper, the 4-time Wampa All-Star and former Wampa Finals MIP, and ranks second in the league in scoring, 23.2 points per game. In the gold medal game against France, Copper scored 10 fourth-quarter points to help Team USA to a 1-point win. In addition, Brittany Griner is one of the best bigs in the Wampa. The 6'9" Griner averages 18.6 points and 6.4 rebounds a game this season while shooting 55.8% from the field. Earlier this month, she helped Team USA to the gold medal at the Paris Olympics. See the picks at Sportsline. How did Fever versus Mercury picks? Wetzel has analyzed Mercury versus Fever from every angle, and he's leaning over on the point total. He has also found a critical X factor that has him jumping all over one side of the spread as well as a player prop. He's sharing what it is and which side to back, only at Sportsline.